Welcome back to my channel, my crystal kings and queens. So today is part 2 of my Moldavite collection. I will be including 2 other types of Tektite as well in this Moldavite collection. Probably not this specific video, but my next. It just kind of depends. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So these 2 packs here contain my more larger pieces. I mean, of course, in the first video, there were maybe 1 or 2 really large pieces in that one, and then a few medium pieces. So these are, well, I guess 2 large pieces here, and then a few mediums. I don't know, like I guess trying to see what I want to call them, because it just the size differences or the size variations in Moldavite is such a specific one, very particular. So I guess I'm not going to spend another minute wasting trying to decipher which of the 2 sizes. So for simplistic sake, we are just going to consider these more of my large Moldavite pieces. So in the first video you saw a few large pieces and then mediums, and now here we have more of my large Moldavite. So let's just go ahead and get into it because I'm just doing way too much. The first pack. Okay. So of the first 2, here we have one of my favorite larger Moldavite pieces. I got this one because it reminded me of, in a very odd way, it reminded me of the movie Moana, the Disney movie Moana. Now, obviously, this is not the same type of stone, or it could be the same type of stone, because the stone she had was a green stone, which led her to her purpose. That's so crazy, isn't it? Like, I think this could legit be a whole thing. Oh my god, like I just got a crazy video idea. That's so insane. So yes, this stone reminded me of Moana. I'm gonna leave it at that. Doesn't look like the exact design, but again, in fact, the stone she had was green. So I might have found something there. This beautiful piece here, I named him Noble. I really, really adore this piece. It is everything to me. I wish I had a light to show you all exactly how it looks when it's shined on, but I don't know if you'll really like be able to tell. And I don't want to blind anybody, so this is going to be really fascinating. Hang on, let's see if we can do it. That is really strange, and it's actually doing way too much. Okay, there we go. I kind of got to hold the light upward for you to see through it, because I don't want to blind anyone. But this is the way it looks with light shown behind it. So a very unique piece. Unique indeed. And I really, really love it. Again, I wish there was a much better way for me to show you without being afraid that the light is actually going to blind you and or me. But you get the point. So that Uh-oh. Come on now. Trying to end the light. So that is Noble. He is definitely a beauty. Absolutely a beauty. I guess I'll sit that there. The next one here, more of an odd shape. I named this Baby Level. And at first I just really couldn't get enough of this one. Like, I had to always have this one in my hand the very moment that I got it. I was very, very infatuated with the light being shown behind this one, but I'm not going to attempt to place this one in front of the light because A, that was just doing too much, and B, I accidentally nearly blinded myself. I just really, really admire the sketching, that's within these pieces of Moldavite. Now this one has a special hidden gem about it, and I don't know if you can really tell, but like right here, like if this is in water, you could really see the light that's just hidden right here in it. You see how it goes from dark to light right here. You may or may not be able to tell. Oh, I really don't want to try this light again, but I want you to be able to see what I'm talking about. Actually, no, you can't really see it. Let me see. No, it's actually really hard to see it trying to do this with the phone. That's not gonna work. Okay, forget it. I tried. Anyway, there is a little hidden gem or hidden talent right there, and I love it. So that's that beauty there. Onward we go. So, funny story, not even much of a story actually, but of one of my three that I'm getting ready to show you, I had sitting on my desk, and my mom came in here and she was like, "What is that? It looks weird." I was like, "This in fact is Moldavite." And she was like, "Well, I really, really like this piece." And since I've had Moldavite, she's been too afraid to go near it, to touch it, any of that. And she had finally decided to pick this one specific Moldavite up, and she fell in love with it. So that Moldavite would be this baby here. This is my first, I could say my first favorite. This was the very first one that I was so attracted to when I initially saw it. And then I went back on the site that I got my Moldavite from. I would say where, but you know what? This is a very non-spawn video and no one's giving me money for promo, so we're not going to do all of that. If you do want to know where you can get Moldavite dough from, I'm more than happy to, discuss that with you on the side. So, or in the comments. Needless to say, this was my very first Moldavite piece that I fell in love with, that I was ordering offline. Clearly, my very first Moldavite piece is my pendant that I have on me currently, and that's Chapter, which I'm gonna have to take off because we're doing a Moldavite collection. And what would a Moldavite collection be without every single one of my Moldavite pieces? Now, I have strayed away too far. So my mom fell in love with this, as did I, and I just thought this was super unique because, again, it was also another type of stone that just reminded me of the islands or something from Moana, or what have you. But This one caught me specifically because of the claw marks here, each of them. So I decided to name this beauty Paws. So initially I wanted to spell it Pause, but I'm going to save that for something else. Instead, because of the claw marks, obviously Paws, Paws, is best fitting for this baby girl here. So she also has a hidden talent, and that's that really pretty rainbow that's there. You can see it's that green rainbow right there. So I absolutely love this. Indeed, a very big beauty here. So, I guess I'll put this here. Show you my next one. Next we have another favorite. All of these have just really become my favorite, and working with them is the most intense thing ever. But this little one here, I named it Frequency. I am more accustomed to sleeping with this in the center of my forehead. So, well, my wrap cap that I wear, I just place this right up under it. Yeah, I place it right up under it where the wrap in my forehead meets, and I just place, I make sure my, well, it's not really a cap, but my bandana, I just make sure that it's wrapped not as tight, but tight enough that it holds the Moldavite in place while I'm sleeping. And man, the dreams that I'll get, the sensations I'll feel while sleeping are just some of the craziest ones, actually. Very unexplainable. Definitely can't deny it. It's just something else you'd have to experience in order to know. But I really love this. Really, really love this one. So I named it Frequency. So pretty. And again, the etchings, the etch marks are just out of this world. Here, oh my gosh, I love this. Like, it's just, I don't think it's self-standing, but nope, it's not self-standing. You can only lay it down. This beauty, it took me a minute to figure out what his name was. And I don't even know why I'm like, just really explaining all of this to y'all, because this was not the plan of this video. It was just kind of to go through really quickly my large Moldavite pieces so I can move on to the next visual. But this baby here, I decided to name him Solo. It took a minute, I'm telling you, for him to tell me his name. And I don't work with him, quote unquote, or AKA carry him often. But when I do, it is an extraordinary type of experience. Really, really chill. Not much of an explosion that happens or anything like that. But it's just like I'm in the mood to actually getting things done while making sure I'm not getting ahead of myself at the same time. I don't know. I think this little etch mark here reminds me of a moon, and it's just all by itself. But because he was all by himself and it just took forever to, forever for me to initiate carrying him, I just decided to name him Solo. Because also when I do carry him, it's him alone, nothing else to accompany him. So really, really love this piece. All right, so moving along, these three that I'm going to show you are the very fun pieces, actually. And I guess I'll include my pendants as well on this, in this collection video, because my third collection video that you're going to see, or part 3, are going to be more of the smaller pieces. So, oops, I think I just did something here. Hang on, y'all, bear with me. I thought I had it. I guess I didn't. What the heck did I just do? Y'all, I think I just messed up. Okay, there we go. I was trying to take my bracelet off. Okay, my bad. So, these beauties here that I'm getting ready to show you are what I consider my fun pieces of Moldavite. The first one we have here is, hang on, I'll try to tell me what that is. The first one we have here is this baby. I named her Gifty. I just thought she was such a pretty piece of Moldavite. Now she reminds me of a Dorito chip, but I didn't want to name her Chip. I mean, I could. She could be AKA Chip, Gifty, AKA Chip, Chipped, Gifty, AKA Chip. But I just really like Gifty. It was what came to mind when I saw her. And though I don't carry her as often, she's still just as special. And I just thought that her shape was so unique. So is her size. Like, it's really easy to grip, really convenient to hold. And I just love it. It's such a fun shape. She's a really fun shape. I love it. So this is Gifty. Okay. Next one. I wonder if she can stand. Oh, I almost thought so. Nope, guess not. Okay. On to the next. Here we have Wonder. Now, when I saw this one, I wanted to name it Christmas. So this could also be another, also known as scenario, because it reminded me of a Christmas stocking. But I decided to name him Wonder instead, because it just seemed so fitting. But I really do like Christmas as well, so I guess he can be Wonder, aka Christmas, you know, just like little nicknames. So Gifty, aka Chip, Wonder, aka Christmas. I don't know, I'm just a little funny like that. So I just thought this was such a cool, yet another cool shaped Moldavite. Highly unexpected. Like, I wouldn't expect to see a Moldavite shape like this. Like, and there's not even, I can't say there's no right or wrong way to hold it, but because of its shape and specific, like, I can't help but hold it this way, because it reminds me so much of a Christmas stocking. And I just absolutely love it. I think it's the coolest, cutest thing ever. So, boom. There we have it. Wonder. And he is a very handsome one. He is. My final fun shaped Moldavite piece in this collection, or in this part of my collection, we have Self. I named him Self. I named himself Self. I named him Self because it was just, he just looks, I don't know, he reminds me of a moon, a crescent moon. He reminds me of what celery looks like once you cut it. But it's just, he could mimic anything. Like, it's just, I think it's just so unique. It can be like a little ring. Like, okay, maybe not that finger. Maybe not that one either. Maybe my pinky. Like, I just think it's so unique. That's so funny. It's such a very odd shaped Moldavite. Like, why is it shaped this way? I don't know, but I absolutely love it. I'm like getting tingly and hot all at the same time. I love this. I absolutely love this. I love this. So that is Self. Moving onward. So I had these sitting in water. And I'll tell you what, I'll hang on to that and then I'll show you, because this is all still Moldavite. So you all are familiar. If you are not, feel free to go back and reference my first, I bought my first Moldavite, I bought my first Moldavite purchase. I purchased my first Moldavite video. You can visit that to see what I'm getting ready to show you here and how it came about and blah, 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 squad, that type deal. So this is my Moldavite pendant. This was the absolute very first piece of Moldavite that I decided to purchase. This was the very first Moldavite that caught my attention. This is what began my entire Moldavite infatuation, and since then I have yet to be able to stop purchasing Moldavite. I continue to purchase it, and it is such a bad habit at this point. So I'm like, I'm no longer purchasing any other type of crystal, which is insane to me because this stuff is so expensive. But I named her Chapter, my most favorite, most prized piece of Moldavite in my entire Moldavite collection. Why? Because she was my very first. She was the one that started it all. She was the one that captured my attention. And from there, it has just been everything. A blessing. It has been a entire freaking roller coaster. Like, it's been so much since having this little piece with me. So I am indeed in love with Chapter. My next small pendant, here we have, hang on. Now, this one is something else. So, give me a quick second, because I have gone through a plethora of things with this little piece as well. And I don't know. Oh my God. Y'all forgive me. That was my phone. Okay, so here we have the smallest of the small pendants. This, I initially wanted to name, her Peno, because she looks like a jalapeno. So yet again, we have another, also known as So yeah, because she looks like a jalapeno, I wanted to name her Pino. So she'll be AKA Pino, but the name that just really sat well with me for her was Button. Button. I really love that for her. So meet Button. She's a cute little thing, aka Peno. Just whatever I'm feeling like calling her one day. It's just like my dog. Like, he has like 13 skrillion different names, okay? And he answers to every single one of them. So I'm like, I'm figuring that's what my that's what my Moldavite collection is gonna become. Just a bunch of different names. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I really love how she looks. Like, it's just so unique. She really looks like a jalapeno. But Button is her name. And I am in love with her. I wear this along with Chapter all at once at the same time on my neck. And, you know, when I'm not going through it, as if, or meaning like when I'm not like feeling super sick because it's just too overwhelming. Or if they get too heavy, then obviously they're both on my neck. But when I get those sensations of it feeling too heavy or feeling super sick, like extremely nauseous, or dizzy, then they both come off, and you know, I have to relax from them both. But yeah, that's all neither here nor there. My very last form of jewelry in the Moldavite world that I am showing as of right now, as of current, in this part 2, is yet another yet another piece of Moldavite jewelry you should have seen in my previous crystal haul video. So I'll link both of my videos to this video, this past crystal haul, and the crystal haul that included Chapter. So I will do that. Anyways, back to this. My favorite piece of arm jewelry, arm candy. My arm candy. This is Spoken. I named this bracelet Spoken. Each individual stone does not have its own name in specific because they're all one on this piece of jewelry. They all make one. So it just, when I initially placed this on, like, there was nothing that could tell me to take it off. It's like the strangest thing, because when you have Moldavite, you know, you feel it doing something different to your system, to your immune system, to your bloodstream. Like, you feel a difference in every aspect of your inner body. Everything internally feels like it's being shifted around, like it's being prepared for something bigger. It's very odd how to explain it, but it then at the same time has the audacity, has the boldness, or just simply has the effects of making you feel super duper sick, super nauseous, queasy, just everything that, you know, it is literally those pregnancy symptoms. It is the craziest thing ever. And then, you know, out of nowhere, it can cause you to feel super highly energetic, like the most strangest things ever. It's like one minute, I think the first time I got Chapter, the first time I got chapter, I was so excited. I was so amped up, super duper hype. That's what I should have named her, Hype. That's cute. That'll probably be an AKA chapter, AKA Hype. Boom. Anyways, I was super amped up on getting this pendant around my neck. I was extremely excited, and the very night that I wore her for the first time at work, I had the absolute most energy I could possibly think of. You would have thought that you gave me an entire bottle of 5-hour energy and a, medium-sized aragonite to hold at the same time. Like, that's how amped up I was, like super duper hype on natural energy. I was like, I was not myself. Needless to say, it felt really good though. Like, I had the most energy I had probably had in a very long time, or the most energy I have had since, let's say, just me holding an aragonite. Because other than that, I would never feel such energetic moments. I would never feel that highly energetic and enthusiastic about getting through a work day in specific. But with my first night wearing chapter, that was exactly how I felt, like super hype. Anyways, back to the initial point, wearing this my first day, I did not want to take it off. And as I was saying, regardless of how ill it may make you feel at times, it meaning Moldavite, regardless of how ill it may make you feel wearing it, regardless of the very random and sporadic changes and things that may not feel good at the moment, that may not look good at the moment, you still do not want to stop wearing it. You don't want to stop carrying it. You want to continue on. It's like a really twisted relationship. It is the oddest, most weirdest thing that I've ever experienced in anything in my life. I don't know. It's just strange, but I really, really, really love Spoken, and it had a lot to say. The very day that I wore this, I can't even remember how I acted at work wearing this that night, but needless to say, I absolutely love it, and I would not trade it for anything. So now I'm going to show you my last two pieces here. That would be Tektite. This is Black Tibetan Tektite. Now, I've never purchased Black Tibetan Tektite. I've always seen it, but I was like, what is it? You know what I mean? I think I had read that it was a Tektite or a form of Tektite, but I had no clue what to expect from it, of it, or with it. So I will be very, very honest. I actually just purchased this today, and these for the size that they are were fairly much cheaper, way cheaper than Moldavite, than any one single piece of Moldavite. These in itself, depending on where you get it from, ran me $22 each. So I bought two of them. That was $44 plus tax, $47 and some change. So I just thought these were super dope. The very minute that I picked these two up, oh my god, the sensation that I got was a very interesting one, but I think I'll explain that in another video. So I just thought this was really unique, highly different. This specific piece of Moldavite was Tektite. This specific piece of Tibetan Tektite was the very first one that I saw, and I was like, oh my God, I want it. Can I have it, please? Yes. So when I don't know, when I look at it, I see a teardrop, but I it's like I automatically knew it in a very strange way. So I don't know. It was just really, really, really odd. So I decided to name him Strange. And I think it was probably the most fitting for him. Though it looks like a teardrop, I just thought it really, really strange that I felt like I knew it. So, again, meet Strange. A beauty he is. And then this little one, the baby sister, I decided to name her Profile. She is unique. I just thought that these etchings, though they're super unique, if you look at it in an odd way or in at a unique angle, it looks like she's making a face at you. So initially, the thought that came to mind was like an expressionative face, which is what brought me to Profile. But I could also just as easily name her Expression, which is a really dope name for her as well because of the angle that I hold her at that makes it look like an expression. It makes it look like a someone making an expression, just some random expression on one's face. So yeah, I just thought that was super dope. So we have her big brother Strange and little sister Profile, aka Expression. So yeah, I love it. I love these two. These are just, they're everything. All of my Moldavite pieces are everything. I am in love, you hear me? And there is just no stopping any of it. I have so much more to come, so definitely stay tuned. This is not all of it. So thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. This channel is consistently growing. Y'all are ruthless, just killing the subscribe button. So I really, really appreciate it. Y'all are super dope. This has been an amazing experience, an amazing journey. And obviously, I just really pray that we continue to grow together and, be strong with one another. So thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Literally, as you see. Appreciate it. Crystal kisses and royal blessings.